Feeling insecure about your job? Let's talk about ways that you can prepare yourself for whatever life throws at you by future-proofing your career. And you're going to want to stay tuned for this episode of Resilience at Work series with our featured life and career coach expert, SimonTBailey, who's also the best-selling author of Resilience at Work, How to Coach Yourself into a Thriving Future. Welcome, Mr. Simon.
Thank you so much. Good to be with you.
It's my pleasure always. Hey, Simon, what's your take of this unpredictable nature of life in the 21st century?
I think everyone has to choose to say, and what I'm doing, does this deplete me or energize me? Because every conversation, every social interaction, every decision, you're either increasing your energy or you're depleting your energy, and energy is everything.
Agreed. And you know, I read somewhere in your book about growth mindset and developing it for adaptability. So could you expand upon that?
Yeah, the growth mindset, especially now, is saying, how do I be a plus in a minus world? How do I begin to plus up every interaction, every engagement? Whatever I am called to do professionally and certainly personally, am I adding value or am I subtracting? I think the other thing that is important is whatever you're doing, do you have to do it or do you want to do it? And that shift in energy is really important, because if you're doing something because you have to do it, there's no energy, there's no love, there's no passion. You're going through the motions, you're checking the box. But when you're truly energized and you are future-proofing your career, you say to yourself, I'm doing this because I want to do it. And that allows you to draw on the ability to discover how to do it effectively.
I like that. There's so many people out there who are running to do things because they believe they have to. It's always about the love, following the heart.
Absolutely. And what happens sometimes when you don't follow your heart and you're doing something because you have to do it, you create performance-driven behaviors. So you're performing for others instead of showing up to be present to the moment and being okay saying no.
What kind of skills does one need to develop in order to future-proof their career?
I think one of the important skills is assertive communication. And assertive communication is the ability to double down on listening more, talking less, so that when you do communicate, it is meaningful. It moves things forward. It doesn't cause the communication or the outcome to be stuck. So assertive communication is protecting your energy to say, is this the highest and best use of my time? And as I am communicating, am I inviting others to grow as I grow?
Oh, wonderful. You also mentioned to me once about creating a development plan for your future. Could you explain that to some of our audience members who are tuning in right now?
So one of the things I really believe in is thinking about the future in what I would call 15, 7, 30, 90. Taking 15 minutes a day to get really intentional about adding value. Then over 7 days, because of that 15 minutes a day, it's creating momentum, which creates 30 days, which creates 90 days. Chunk the future down into quarters. So by the time you get to the end of 4 quarters, end of a year, you can look back and say, I created the future by chunking it down, thinking of my beliefs, my behaviors, and my actions.
Which turn into habits.
Correct.
I like that.
Yes, it's doable if you chunk it down and it's not overwhelming.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Great advice. Simon, it was brilliant. You always have great wisdom for our audience. Where can they find a copy of Resilience at Work, How to Coach Yourself into a Thriving Future?
They can go to Amazon.com to get a hold of the book.
Wonderful. Thank you. Again, it was a pleasure. And if you like this episode and you want more, please share with us. Let us know. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love to hear your feedback. And remember, you can tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to our podcast on your favorite forum. Thank you.